In a wonderland they lie, dreaming as the days go by, dreaming as the summers die. Ever drifting down the stream, lingering in the golden gleam. Life, what is it but a dream? Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland's Through the Looking Glass. Hi, my name is Cassandra, and I am a graduating Delta Fellow, and this is my last award presentation. When I look back through the looking glass, I see a woman. I see a woman who is excited to grow and to be shaped. I see someone who dearly desired to learn how to explain to my white brothers and sisters about God's heart for the hurting, the poor, and the disenfranchised, who often saw the rule of law before they saw others as image bearers of Christ. I knew my time in Denver wouldn't be easy, but in God's grace, I had no understanding of just how hard it would be. I also saw reflected back at me someone who was absolutely burnt out from 7 beautiful years of ministry before I came here to the fellowship. Now, I know it's crazy for some of you maybe to believe that when I came into the fellowship, I ended up having a lot of extra time on my hands. Extra time, a slower pace. A slower pace meant I had more time to deal with and think about the things that I had been burying in my life for a long time. When I came here, I was facing new struggles of loneliness, vicarious trauma through the heightened police brutality of July of 2016, ending with the police shootings in my hometown of Dallas, Texas. The evening of July 7, 2016, I broke. But I broke at the best place possible here in Denver, on Still Street, in the arms of Cynthia and Kara. Your comfort to me that night. I've never forgotten. Thank you both. I know others were there, and I appreciate everything that you've done for me and how you've loved me through that difficult time. The healing I saw and the high praise of counseling I heard from many of you, but especially from you, Hannah. Your example gave me the courage to start counseling last fall, and I am forever grateful for that. As a part of the training camp staffing, all right, it's a hard transition. I knew it would be, guys. As a part of the training camp staff, not only have I had the privilege of teaching over 60 classes, I've also learned a lot. I sat many times with the leaders through Wounds and Scars and the Butterfly Circus, and it was there that I started to recognize the unhealed wounds that I had from past traumas. I had to admit to myself that I could no longer keep up appearances. I couldn't ignore that it was time to face the skeletons that I had buried deep because they were beginning to resurrect in my life. Since the fall, I've had 30 counseling sessions that have helped me make sense of all of this mess. Around the same time last year, a lot of us went to CCDA LA. There, not only did God reaffirm in my life that He had gifted me to be a teacher and a speaker, I was also introduced to a song whose lyrics go, I know you were good, but this doesn't feel good right now. And I know you think of things I could never think about. It's hard to count it all joy, distracted by the noise, just trying to make sense of all your promises. Sometimes I gotta stop and remember that you are God and I am not. If you know this song, then you know that it goes on to say, thy will be done. But truly, all I wanted at that time was just to be better and not to feel like a shell of the person I saw reflected back at me. I struggle to say thy will be done. I see how much I hold on to things, how much I have to have control. I have prayed for God to forgive me, and I am grateful that even though I continue to fail, He loves me still. This guy has helped me tremendously. With him, I'm learning to take things slow, how to have patience. I've learned that I am not great in relationships, guys. I assume, I react, I expect for my mind to be read, But with Eric, I'm learning a new way to communicate, how to consider others, and how prone I am to make decisions based on fear and hurt of being rejected. Neither of us is perfect, but this kind-hearted soul has taught me more about strength through patience and kindness in a way that none before him have. I am grateful to know him. Now recently, I was super excited about the last training camp class. It was a large class, but it was mostly guys, so I thought this is going to be cake. No female drama and all of that. I thought this was going to be EASY, and boy, was I wrong. Not only did this class have its fair share of testosterone-driven drama, I never actually really connected with this class. I felt so detached from them on a personal level that it felt like I was a visitor rather than a member of the team. I believe some of this had to do with a little bit of senioritis, but also this class didn't gel the same as I was used to having in previous classes. So this trimester was hard and I struggled. It wasn't about whether or not I got my work done or whether or not I could plan for my classes, because that was easy. After teaching 63 classes in training camp, my lessons became painless, prep was easy, and I found that I had a lot of extra time on my hands. While preparing for this lesson, it dawned on me, guys, that the reason why I started to feel a little bit idle and I started to feel a little bit bored was because of God's healing power. You see, before I was so weighed down with all of the pain and all of the unmet need that I had in my life that I stopped having the capacity to do. But now I am freer from those chains and my effectiveness has opened back up. So why not continue to challenge myself? In my last coaching meeting with Greg, I told him about this. I didn't want to end my fellowship time in an anticlimactic sort of way, and he suggested that I help him refine the class schedule for Epsilon and Zeta Fellows. We've had 2 meetings so far to brainstorm new ideas in classes for the followership and leadership. And along with myself, Pam, Greg, Sean, and Cynthia, the next 2 years of the fellowship are looking more tailored. I'm also planning on getting my certification before I graduate so that I have the ability to teach English as a second language. On the coaching team, I've coordinated 17 family gathering dinners. I've helped plan and coordinate the decor of 2 graduations, one for Uprising and one for Upstream. I think that Gigi, Brittany, and I make a dynamic trifecta, and I am going to miss you ladies dearly. But Brittany, I hope that when you see your image reflected back at you, that you see a strong woman, that you see a leader, and that you know that you are more than just an assist. I have loved working with you, and I am so proud of you. Training camp, I am going to miss you guys so dearly. Jen, thank you for the reflection of God's love and grace in my life. I needed that. You have challenged me. You have spurred me on to be better, and I appreciate you for that. Joel, I love you, and I'm so glad that we've been able to walk these 2 years so closely together. I am super excited about your marriage to Madison. As I look forward to what's going to happen next in my life, the truth is I don't really know everything that might happen, but that is okay, because I didn't know I was coming here until 3 weeks before the fellowship started, so God's got me. What I know for sure is that it is time for a sabbatical. My plan is to this summer or fall to go to South America for 5 months, likely Guatemala, to gain my Spanish fluency, to increase my CQ, and to rest from full-time work. In a wonderland they lie, dreaming as the days go by, dreaming as the summers die, ever drifting down the stream, lingering in the golden gleam. Life, what is it? Guys, it's better than a dream. Thank you.